boys. Wait a minute, that's not right. No, it isn't. It's way too far. Hello. It is too far into the off season. We definitely need definitely need to play some football. So we're gonna start a new series. It's just gonna be plus 9 shares.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner.
League settings. Create a new coach from scratch. Customize your appearance, clothes, and Let's see how it is. to aim it. Boy, there. Got some meat on. Got some meat on him. Start playing racing thing. I just knew that. I just need that again. I knew. That's okay. Adrian.
Here we go! Here we go! Cut! Cut! Set! Ready!
Got it.
Ready?
What? I don't know why I did that.
I got it! Cut! Cut!
Ah!
Ready! 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 Here we go! Set! Ready! 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 Break!
Ain't no way. No, sounds like it's not me though.
Ready! Set. Hut. Hut. Come on. Set. Set. Here we go. Set. Go. Ready up. Set. On the set. Set. Cut. Let's go now. Ready. Okay, right? Set, go! Down! Ready, ready! Set! Hut, hut! Let's go! Hut! Here we go! Here we go! Ready! 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 Set! Ready! Hut! Ready, ready, set. Here we go.
Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Each week you can find valuable information about your upcoming opponent. You can choose. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. This is the player card. Here you can see, here are a player's motivations.
I like it.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Packers and the Browns, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And this opening kickoff will not even... landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Here's Watson. That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 48 yards. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action this time with Love. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd down and a yard. Love, they go play action now. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 13 yards out. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go, and in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Back to throw, Watson. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Here's Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
I want to look at. Okay, who? I want to know who's like trying to throw it to here. Sees it. Oh, he's trying to. Oh my gosh, I see. He was trying to throw it to Cooper. Cooper is wide open trying to throw it. But our
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And taken right at the 35. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 47, it's second and 5. Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Love from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on second and 9. On play action, Love to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Here's Love. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 65 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block if you're an offensive lineman. Nice early burst. Nice gain, too.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Love. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Oh, good thing I didn't count it.
Throwing. Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft from a yard out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 7. Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
From the gun, Winston. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Xavier McKinney, the one to get a hand on it defensively.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive.
Let's look at the replay, bro. That was absolutely... Where's he? I mean, he just, like, got away. He spun. Looks at him. He goes, what you doing down there? What you doing down there? And wham! And then 42's like, he goes, ha, 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 bam! What's your point of view?
Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Out to the left here to Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Love now. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first.
I mean, I'm gonna look at Dobbs here. You know, trying to watch his tape. The only really, but like if we see his route, no, he was never really open. He's got 2 men here. You know, he's got 2 men here. So I get that. And the only reason he went from here to still being on him But ball's already been thrown to not even just ignoring me because, you know, he's got the ball. But, like,
I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here we go. Back.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They begin this drive with Chubb. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On play action, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of
For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 78 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, And it's a loss of 6.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Packers get set to go. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real 1st quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Working out of the gun. Love. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Normally on 3rd down.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get to him just inside.
I can't.
15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
11 yards for number 11. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Now Winston. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And the Browns getting set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing, Winston. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is good.
That's okay. Hold on.
First down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Winston. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Good first with the pick six.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. To throw, Winston. That's into the hands of Prochet. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
Hope you feel better, dude. Hope you feel better. I thought that was. I think that was better, bro. Ready?
The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. James Prochet, 29 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication.
Let's talk about that real quick. First off, we're going to clap for that. Great play. Threw that ball as he was hit. Got the catch, which is crazy. Both of my guys miss. Something I don't understand about, the tackling system, but miss. Dives in it for a touchdown. What a great.
Noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking middle, and that's complete. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through.
Michael.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Throwing now is Pratt. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Pratt. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw now, Pratt. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Dillon now on 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Dillon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Pratt. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A give for Dillon running right. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Pratt. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to get...
Does it tell us what we were at? It doesn't tell us what we were at. Where do we start? He didn't get 4.
There to the defense, they played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ready up in the yard.
On 4th down, Pratt. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And that flag accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Throwing is Pratt. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Dillon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Dillon up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Pratt going to look to throw. That's complete to Wicks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Packers' 1st down.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 3. And it's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt, he's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Joseph now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend.
What's the stats here? Allow under 200 yards. We did not have that happen. Punch less didn't have that happen. So Michael Pratt has only been playing for 1 quarter, and he doesn't have a throwing touchdown. That's okay though, because he's got a running one. Winston has a throwing touchdown. 93 yards to 67 yards. 64 completion rate to a 50.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon to the 43, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Off the bootleg, Pratt. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pratt. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bo Melton, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for Hayes. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Winston now from the 50. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Winston. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw is Winston. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Browns first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. James Prochet ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Looking to throw. Pratt. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings us 2nd and 7.
Winston now. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Winston. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Jordan Akins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin. Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you.
I'll be right back. Good halftime break.
Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Let's look at game stats here. I mean, rush yards, touchdowns. We're doing better at almost everything here. I don't know what that like. Yards per rush. No, we're not being doing that. Completion. We have more completions. Yeah. We'll have a turnover. No fumbles. Both have an interception. No pick sixes. We don't got a pick six. We've destroyed them.
Likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now swing pass for Dillon. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That 4th down conversion has to feel good because prior to that, they were 0 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
So whether it was stubbornness or just figuring the odds had to come up in their favor, bottom line, they executed on that play, and that's what got it done.
He's able to find Melton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Off play action. Pratt. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that well? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Pratt. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Pratt. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
To the right side, this is Dillon. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pratt. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Browns offense and Jameis Winston set to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
This is Ford. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to defend. There, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They run with Ford. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness picks up his second sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the sixth time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On the handoff, this is Dillon. And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Pratt. This pass complete to Melton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On the handoff, Dillon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw now, Pratt. And this is incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Throwing now is Pratt. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. To throw is Pratt. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Winston. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there.
Dude, let's see this. Let's see the roughing the passer. Oh my gosh.
Passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
On the ground, it's Ford. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Bro. Run pass options, RPOs, are unique because you can either run or pass the ball. Practice the 3 types of peak, alert, and read and skills trainer. When choosing the pass, be sure to throw quickly or risk an illegal man downfield penalty. Choose run when running toward the green zone. choose pass when throwing toward
If you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Pratt. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Lloyd. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Slot man moves right. Running left is Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Again, they turn to Ford. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, Ford. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They give to Dillon out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Pratt going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third.
We're leaning. We were. It's funny because most of it, for some of it, like we were leaning back in the.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the gun, it's Dillon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
I want to throw it.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing is Pratt. Short throw, he's got Kraft. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. Fights off the defender. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
staying to the end.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Working out of the gun, Winston.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Winston. He finds his man, complete. That's 4th. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. To throw is Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Play fake. Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the gun, Winston. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
That's another Browns.
Now Winston. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Winston. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. James Prochet there to make the grab. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is Dillon on the counter. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Again, it's Dillon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He gets that one complete to Wicks.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Joseph on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Browns drive about to get started. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Winston now. Throw left side complete. That's 4th. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10.
Okay, well, you gotta wait 6 minutes of this game.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And that starts it.
There, maybe a yard to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They run once more with Dillon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the side.
So, you know, we're going to wait till like 1 or 2. Snap this ball. This is much time.
That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just
got 8 seconds left in the clock.
They can't score.
They'll try the left side with Dillon.
Thought the run was on the other side. Cool.
Nice pickup of 9 yards.
And so, you know, what I'm expecting here from Cleveland within 2-3 minutes maybe is timeouts being used. Right. Obviously, the Packers are not going to use them timeouts because there is no point.
Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do.
Because there is no point of using timeouts here.
Then you practice it.
But you know, we're expecting to see some timeouts from them. Timeouts would
It's continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And these are the one-sided type of games I want to see from the Packers the entire season here. I don't want to see close games. I don't want to see
running right, here's Dillon.
I don't want to say, oh man, that was close, or we lost, or
it's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to
had a hard time doing this. I want to do they had great passing, easy for them, running easy was for them. Like, I want to play for every game.
Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
It's okay to like that.
So important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him.
I think it's because I think we'll be able to get the first
down.
time.
Make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Okay. Another couple minutes. Couple like 20, 14 seconds and play this game. We're going to waste as much time as we possibly can here.
They'll try and run for the first with
whoa, we didn't get nothing.
They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a
Dude, we're at the
baseball hitter
42.
in the zone,
That's just
the ball seems bigger,
the way this ball
and he's
is.
just whacking it. These guys...
Whack! What is he whacking?
On 4th down, Pratt.
That's a first.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this cycle, 2-minute warning, that kind of sucks. But the cycle continues now. The cycle just continues.
We welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
I didn't touch the controller, I didn't do anything. Because that first one doesn't count. The first one doesn't really matter. The first one, all that it is there for is to start the clock.
Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So that opportunity is
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
good stuff in the third.
Still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
You know, I get these early preseason games, like, oh, it's whatever. But like, this just shows even our backup squad is really dominant in this game. Like, I get they're mostly playing backups. Offense really isn't playing backups. Our defense, I think, is playing a lot of backups. But it shows that we can, like,
On 3rd down, Lloyd.
it's just a dominant team we have.
As he takes this one down to the 15.
So,
An
but
effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
But what are we gonna
Starting to
do?
look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you
Are we
work
gonna
out
be
so
able
hard,
to
right? This is
win
why you
Super Bowl
spend all
team?
that time
I mean,
in the
like from what we're saying
This
there,
is why you have those
against the
OTAs and
Browns,
minicamps.
like it's like
For these
it's the Browns,
situations, for these
but like
to
still
run someone into
dominant
the
team
ground
here.
and secure a victory.
Us,
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
that dude.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about
We're getting another cut
have
here.
great vision. You're not
Hopefully we get
consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves.
Hope we get 3.
You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
Bam.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown.
9 seconds left on the clock here. Touchdown, AJ Dillon.
Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead
70
out a bit
plus
further.
points.
Some good running there
It's
at
like,
the end of the
bam,
drive. The burst
trucked
set up
that
the
guy.
1st and goal, and then 1 play later.
Was there a guy
he's
there?
in the
I don't
end zone.
remember.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum.
70.
A
If
nice
we get to
hard-charging
76
run,
points.
give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
And we do 76 to
Joseph connects on the extra
49.
point, and that stretches the lead all the way
We
up
spent
to
5
27.
minutes. Almost 6 minutes.
So
If we didn't get the
that one,
touchdown, we
a
would have spent
13-play
more.
drive in total. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Still good.
Greg Joseph to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
I'm not going to get the 30
And they will
here.
wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And
The
so they're going to go
Cleveland
for it.
offense ready to go.
Obviously, like, why wouldn't
This
you?
is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
Good end of the
now
game
is
here.
not going
Good
to erase
end
what's
of the
happened during the
game, boys.
So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was
Shaking
really
hands
lost.
with
But
shaking
this is
hands with
not
the
a
Browns.
situation
Good
now
team,
where
good
you're gonna
game.
make up for
70,
anything.
76
We'll
to
see what they
40.
do here. And as this defense walks off the
Good-
field, they can
good game.
do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete
We did have a couple things we
domination
want to
on
work
both
on as
sides
a
of the
team.
football here
Something
in
that
this
weren't
one.
good.
Certainly
But
was, and I
overall,
think
just
both
what an
sides compete
amazing
against each other all the time. You
what
go
an
at each
amazing
other
game
in
we had.
practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw.
Brad had
from
2
both the
touchdowns.
offense and
Jameis
the
had 4.
defense. A complete
All right,
team
we just
victory.
had better.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Finishing this game Honestly, that was a good 2.5 hour stream there. Just for one game. Alright, so. Dang, bro. 40 is crazy.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team.
Oh. We want him to make a... Bet. Wait, another guy we could upgrade. There it is. Brooks. I don't know what he did. Run stopper. Oh. That's always good, you know? Practice squad eligible probably. Good stuff here, honestly. 12th grade, we'll open some packs if we do have any. Let's look at the league here. That was annoying right there. Let's look at the league schedule here. No, so it doesn't like updated yet. Okay. They had everything better than we did, and we just freaking destroyed. So good stuff here, honestly. Ooh, position battles. Hang on, McGringleberry. I don't care what the... I mean, Tuckercraft is a better one. Luke Musgrave is really good. Tuckercraft is better. Probably should just defeat a battle. I know in my head who I want. But... roster question, see what they got. You know, the run block is always really good. You know, having him stop any run that comes like his way is something we really want. So, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna upgrade. Look, next week we're gonna.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup and evaluate him.
Oh yeah. We just gotta see what we're gonna do. What's up, bro? Evan Williams. Good player. Yeah. So good stuff. Good first preseason week. Let's look at the league here. Let's look at preseason. Second option, force. Let's look at what happened. Carolina Panthers versus New England. New England wins 40-0. Detroit versus New England. Sorry, the New York Giants. The Giants win 24-7. Atlanta versus Miami. Miami wins 31-20. Pittsburgh versus Houston. Pittsburgh scrapes out a win, very close there. Baltimore versus Philly. Baltimore destroys. The Jets versus Washington. Jets win. Buffalo versus Chicago. Chicago wins. Bro, look what I did to the Cleveland Browns, bro. 76-49, dog. 35-7 Raiders. 31-20 Rams. Chargers. We know we're going to win. 79-49. 76-49. Cincinnati wins 24-10 against the Buccaneers. Tennessee wins against the Niners. 27-20. Kansas City wins against the Jaguars. 23-6. The Cardinals win against the Saints. 26-21. The Colts beat Denver. The Denver Broncos beat the Colts 27-24. And the Cowboys beat the Rams 34-15. So, some good games. These are the standings so far. So far, the undefeated teams are Patriots, the Giants, the Chiefs, the Cardinals, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Baltimore, the Bengals, Chicago, Chargers, Tennessee, Miami, the Jets, Raiders, Cowboys, and so there are 15 teams that are best. That are undefeated. You do have a couple teams who are undefeated going against also undefeated teams. Packers and Denver, also both of them are undefeated going up against each other. See who wins. To go 2-0. Dallas and the Raiders are also going up against each other. They're both 1-0. So let's see who also makes it 2-0 there. Bengals and Chicago are all, again, 1-0. So let's see who continues this offseason 2-0. Let's see if, people who've lost a game can beat the guys who haven't lost. See who can get their first win in the preseason here. Let's look at top performers here too. Passing yards. We have Michael Pratt, 303 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Was the best passer in the first week of the offseason. The preseason. Rushing yards, A.J. Dillon at number 1 with 254. We have Lloyd at 989. So both of them, Dillon is first, Lloyd is 3. Receiving yards, Bo Melton with 129. The best last week. Jaden Reed, 119. The third best. Sacks, we have Finesse who is tied with Rankins for 3. Interceptions, we have Stevenson with 2. No Packers there. So the Packers have been in the top 3 in all these different categories except intersections and tackles. But, we were looking at the Packers. They just did great. So, see what we're gonna do here, honestly. Luke Musgrave said he is winning this tight end battle. ESPN says Luke Musgrave will battle it out for the starting job in training camp. Tight end spot. The Patriots post that Drake May is their QB1. I mean, I don't know who they have over Drake May, who that could be better, but that is what they're saying. So let's just see what happens here in the league so far. I think obviously from what the Packers have done so far. I didn't mean to do that. Well, what is this? I don't know what that is. I don't know how to get to the training camp. Nope. Got the player guard stuff. I should do like that a lot more. I think I like it one more. It's like, how do you open packs? Let's look this up. I'm gonna look it up. That's what they're saying. Oh, cool. Let's open some packs, boys. Oh. Michael Strahan. Oh. We got a Packer here. Tripper's not bad. We got Jenkins. Elijah Jones. Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes. Let's get this guy out of here. Gardner. Sean Taylor. Huh. Okay. Larry Little. Geno Smith. Dick Hampton. Brian Branch. Okay. Okay. Whatever. But cool. So gonna stream the first week of football that was. Packers absolutely dominating. Cause like, who else will dominate except the Packers? This is also gonna go up on YouTube. So you can watch this anywhere. So feel free if you wanted to relive a game. Maybe the off season is hurting you as bad as it is me, and you wanted to watch something. Watch this. Watch me just destroy people. Watch me look like a horrible, Madden player. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See y'all next week.